Field green machine here, with the help of a Sandy excavator, put itself back together again. Hello there, friends. Welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to my very beautiful and now very snow-covered home state of Utah. So as many of you know, in our most recent video, we were out there on the Great Salt Lake working on recovering an old crane that was part of a shipwreck back in the 80s. The lake is much lower than it used to be, so it's just sitting in the middle of the lake bed, causing all sorts of problems. It's a big crane. Broke the bed of my new rotator, or my new wrecker truck. Broke some cables. We did not break any of our Yankum recovery ropes, which was cool. As we were coming back, dragging the crane back to the shore, we got hit by a wild storm. And the storms out in the Great Salt Lake, guys, they're no joke. They come in, and they come in fast and hard. And when that lake bed gets literally like just a couple drops of water, it turns to a skating rink and you lose all traction, and it gets way squishy. Up at my house, we got probably over a foot of snow. So what this means is the crane that we were going to recover is still sitting in the middle of the lake bed because, well, we can't go back out there until it dries up. We have some equipment that could go out, but it's just a recipe for disaster. So what we have to do is wait a few days for it to dry out. But that's good, because it gives us an opportunity to go pick up the het wrecker, bring it back to the shop, and do some repairs on it. We're gonna do some temporary repairs because we have some long-term modifications that we're gonna do to it, but those are gonna take more time. So a lot of you guys in the comments want to see like more of the mechanical process of how we fix our equipment, how we modify it, how we do that kind of stuff. So today we're gonna go pick up the wrecker, we're gonna go pick up the semi, we're gonna go pick up all the stuff that we left out there because we were planning on coming back the next day, remember, but now we can't. I'm gonna take a different type of beast with me up there today. Not a machine. It's a big boy right here, huh? Guys, meet Zion. This is my puppy. He's a 3-year-old Borbal, which is basically a South African Mastiff. And he is the nicest and the meanest son of a bitch you'll ever meet. This guy right here is a very, 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 very good dog, but also a very protective dog. He's a very athletic dog, and he wants to get out of the house. I thought, hey, why not introduce him to you guys, bring him out, and let him come in on some of the fun. So he's gonna ride back here. He's gonna help us maybe use some pulling power or something. This is gonna be an interesting video because I don't know what it's gonna take to get that het wrecker fixed. The plan is to just basically push the bed back down, rebolt it on, do some modifications to make it a little bit stronger. But like I said, these are gonna be more temporary fixes, and we'll see what happens. So let's go. Hey guys, hey, shh, listen, I'm at Burger King right now on their Wi-Fi network, the Whopper Wi-Fi. Now listen, I'm not necessarily a Burger King customer, but I need some Wi-Fi right now because I gotta download a big file. So guys, here's the deal. You know when your phone does a stupid bar thing where it's like, we got some G's, there's between 3 and 5, and then you try to open or download anything, it's just like, no. Well, that's what's happening right now. So, pulling into a Burger King, using their Wi-Fi, which honestly is probably more dangerous than eating their food. Simply because an open public Wi-Fi network like this is literally just a breeding ground for hackers, trolls, spam, bam, no thank you ma'am. All the stuff you don't want to have like exposed. Like basically what's happening is I just left my house without my pants on, okay? And none of my goodies are privately like secured and in place where they're supposed to be. However, I have a solution, and it's called Surfshark VPN. So basically you download Surfshark VPN, right? You put it on your computer or your phone or your tablet, and then with the flip of a switch, all of a sudden, you get yourself a mask, like a superhero mask. Basically what Surfshark does, like everything I'm doing online, it blocks it from everyone everywhere. So all the stuff I'm doing here on this Wi-Fi network, all the hackers that are sitting around trying to steal people's goodies, they don't know who it is, they don't know where it's coming from, and they can't see it. And guys, that's a big deal. Another cool thing about Surfshark VPN, which is the reason why we continue to talk about these guys, is because you can virtually put yourself anywhere in the world. Let's say you live in Spain, right? And you want to watch the world's largest Netflix catalog, which is actually in Canada. Well, with the flip of a switch, in Spain, you can say, nope, I'm in Canada. Boom. You had access to movies that everybody else in your town doesn't have access to. You can choose a virtual location. This is a big deal because one time I was traveling in South America, right? Go try to log into my bank account. Bank's like, nope, some hacker from South America is trying to log in. I was like, no, it's me, guys. But they wouldn't listen. So I hit the Surfshark, changed my location back to the United States, logged in, did my transactions, protected all my passwords, and I did not get hacked by the Whopper Wi-Fi network. So guys, listen, it's easy to use. It protects all your personal data and it's affordable. And if you click the link in my description below, Surfshark is gonna give you 83% off the retail value plus the first 3 months for free. That way you can try it out, see if you like it, see if you feel like you're being protected. All you gotta do is click the link in my description, use the promo code SPARKS, and bam, Surfshark is gonna take care of you, and they're gonna make sure that the Whopper Wi-Fi bandits don't get access to your goodies. Because every once in a while, you gotta leave the house without your pants on, and you wanna make sure that you stay safe. So make it happen. Click the link in my description below, and thank you, Surfshark, for continuing to be such a badass partner of our channel. Okay guys, real quick, while I'm driving to the shop, I figured I'd take a quick opportunity to talk to you about Zion, because anytime we post pictures or anything about him, people go nuts with all kinds of questions. So we'll do that right now. So Zion is, like I said, the breed is called Borbal, which is it's part of the Mastiff family. For those of you who know anything about large breeds, you know that they're a handful and they need to be trained correctly from day one. Otherwise, they can get real bad real fast. In fact, Zion, the Borbal breed, has one of the strongest bite forces of any dog in the world. It's like 800 to 850 psi of clamping force, which is absolutely insane. Zion also weighs, he's probably somewhere around 170, 180 pounds right now, and he will keep growing. These Borbals grow for like, rather than most dogs stop growing after the first, year or two, they grow for like 3 or 4 years. And his dad was over 200 pounds, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get him, because I wanted a big, guard dog. So as soon as we got him, we took him down to a company called Innovative Canine. Now it's a dog trainer here in Utah that specializes in all sorts of different breeds, but especially in like the Malinois breed, which is kind of like the German Shepherd family. Guard dogs, aggressive dogs that have a lot of power, a lot of force, and a lot of protective instincts. And we had a big breed before this that we didn't train correctly, and it was a nightmare. So we worked closely with Innovative since day one, and I'm telling you right now, they have been the best thing that's ever happened to our family. They have made him the most manageable, the most polite gentleman you've ever met. Now, don't get me wrong, if he meets a stranger that he doesn't like, everybody's gonna know about it real quick, which is why we use a shock collar. It goes from like 0 to 100. We run it on like a 5 or a 10, and really it's just kind of a reminder at this point for him. Like if he's getting out of line, we hit him with it. Rarely have to use it, by the way. The only reason I brought it along today is because he's getting ready to meet somebody new. So the guys at Innovative said, hey, listen, if you're out in public walking your dog, people love them, they want to see him, and they say, can I pet your dog? We have to say, no, sorry, you cannot. And that's because if this type of dog gets approached by somebody they don't know, a stranger, they lose their damn minds. Hey buddy, I'm talking about you. But basically, if you're not as strong as he is, he'll just pull the leash right out of your hand and attack somebody if not introduced properly. The only one I'm kind of concerned about today is Alan. You guys remember Alan? He's one of our newest recruits, and the guy, look at this is just the coolest looking dog in the world. So Alan, we love Alan, but Alan is the type of person that these dogs are most aggressive towards. It's an adult male that he doesn't know. So basically what I have to do is I have to make a formal introduction between the two of them. I have to have Alan, hold still, and I have to walk Zion up to him, and I have to just make sure that there's no, weirdness going on there, because if Zion picks up on any sort of hesitation or reluctancy or fear in anyone, he'll go from the happiest guy in the world to an absolute monster, ready to, tear that person apart, which we obviously don't want to have happen. This is a very healthy, very happy dog. He lives a very, very cush life, and he does a really good job protecting our home. Sometimes a little too good. If people get too close to our house or too close to my kids, it's ugly. So anyways, there's that. Just got to the shop, gonna grab the guys, and we're gonna get out of here. Hey, remember Alec? No, Alec. This is how Zion reacts. Remember? So as long as you approach him with just no hesitation, he loves you. Like he will smother you. So now, like I said, I'm gonna introduce him to Al, which is something I'm not really looking forward to. This process is always not fun. Zion, it's okay. Hey, sit. No hesitation, no reluctancy, no fear. Just be friendly on your part. Because if you do, he'll pick up on it. He's just really weird. Hey, what's that?
You're a giant puppy is all you are. You're a giant puppy, that's all you are.
Good boy, that's a good boy. You see my friend? Good boy, is that guy.
Daddy, you should have come with me on my hike yesterday.
Good boy, huh?
There was a mountain lion. You could have played with him.
You see that? Good boy. Ready? Is that
There's
go?
a mountain lion.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Come on. Jump. Up, 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 up. Good boy.
Has he met Hunter?
I don't think so.
Oh. Hunter's not a very likable guy. I can't even say that with a straight face.
Oh yeah, guys.
Fine, buddy. So scared right now. Don't look him in the eye. That's the key.
Shovels.
Yeah,
Hi, Zion,
got the
buddy.
battery.
Hi,
I threw the battery in
Zion.
there.
Okay.
Saw you, buddy. Hey, what's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? You don't like the back of a truck? All right. Well, I'm afraid he's gonna kill me, so I'm gonna throw him over here. See? Now he's a little pissed.
It's a little cold. Here we go. Did we bring new batteries? We brought one new one, but it'll go.
It's so swampy out here. Just in the parking lot alone. Alright guys, we're all loaded up, but we are going to take you over to the entrance to the lake bed where we came on and off the other night. So I want to show you why we're not recovering it today. This will be a little bit of a science project. It's going to blow your mind. This lake bed goes from what it was the other day, which was like manageable, to, you'll see. It's all the same color. What's going on? What is that? What's happening? You get some balls. As you can see, and as Zion would tell you, there's a lot more moisture out here. A lot more. I like Zion. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I can see the crane. Really standing up.
Yep. So this like literally. I was originally gonna try to bring the Ranger out to show you guys how squishy it is, but it's just such a mess. It's not even worth showing you.
I'll just go get stuck.
There, yeah, we'll go have Hunter bury a leg, and then we'll tug him out from his other leg with the yankum.
Shouldn't be too bad, because that's a sandy material.
No, Alan, you're high.
It's sand for about an inch, and then it turns to that full loamy clay. This is gonna take a minute to dry out, and since we've got storms coming again tomorrow and the next day.
That's the worst part, is it's not looking good for like a week.
So for those of you who are excited to see the crane get pulled out, it's gonna be probably a couple weeks before we can get back out here, just because this is impassable terrain. It's a good call. If we had to, and if it was an emergency, we've got vehicles that could do it, but it's just so much more risk and so much more cleanup. You got Hunter out here thinking it's no big deal, but
No, Alan's like, this is my Ranger.
you forget.
I'm referring to wheels out dogs.
Keep your vehicle speed above 60 and you'll just cruise right over this.
That's the thing about suction, though. Suction doesn't like to let you go faster than, well, it just stops you.
It would be nice in the aspect of pulling it would make it slide a lot easier, but there's no traction.
I don't think so, because the water table came up. The water table is literally like 2 inches below the surface right here. So with that much water that just came, now the water table's right there, which means everything's just gonna.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure. That is amazing what you did. I'm telling you. I wish I'd have been out with him
It was
when
fun.
you guys. Yeah, that we saw the video today. That was awesome.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Yeah.
And it's been so funny. All the videos I'm getting from random people that have been out here over the years, guys on four-wheelers jumping off this thing, guys in canoes back here in 2012. So it was definitely quite the attraction.
When you're down at the beach,
Water table my ass.
Oh, hey there. Guess what today is? Well, we're either gonna fix the het or we're gonna do a lot more damage. Hunter just gave me a weird grin as if he thinks we're gonna do more damage, but I don't know. What do you think?
best shot at fixing it.
So we're gonna use all of our Sani, well, some of our Sami equipment. This is my new Sani 265 excavator. It's like a 65, 70,000 pound machine. We're also gonna use the Sani big forklift, the 30,000 pound forklift. And we're gonna push, pull, tweak, wiggle, bop, flick, twist. 90s kids, you would know the bop it game. So I'm gonna walk the machine over there. I'm just gonna grab the big forklift and we're gonna start twisting, flicking, and bopping.
Bop it.
How do you feel? We could use this machine, just this, without the forklift. I could come from the back and try to reach up towards the winches, push down, and then if we use the winches, we can go up to our boom, suck down, and push down on the front at the same time. I mean, I can try pushing right now and just see what it does.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We got those side, let's pull those side plates off, those ones that are bent. So what we're thinking right now, put my AirPods away. I don't want to be that guy. I also never want to be that guy. Putting a phone to your head. Who does that? A phone the size of a laptop against your face. So, as you guys remember, the reason why the boom broke, or the bed broke, is because I had it way boomed out over the crane that we were recovering. And the rear outriggers, only one was working, and it just was pushing into the sand. We needed big crane mats, which we didn't have. So what happened was, as it started pulling up on the crane, instead of pulling the crane out of the sand, it lifted the truck up. So all the weight of the cab of the truck was pulling down against the bed, and that's why it popped. So basically, in order to fix it, we're gonna do the exact opposite of what we did to break it. We're gonna take all this weight from the lever arm of the crane to push the front of the bed back down to to where we need it. And then we're gonna build much bigger skirts, side plates. Remember, all this is kind of a temporary fix while we have some other stuff being built, other wreckers. If all goes well, this will kind of be an indicator at the end of the day of whether or not we've kind of accomplished the mission. If that crane boom is sitting square on that pedestal, that's what we're looking for. See, those bad boys right there are very critical on any sort of wrecker or recovery vehicle. Those are our outriggers, and we need to get some big outrigger pads that we carry around with us to be able to put down on the soft ground, because that size of outrigger pad does literally nothing on the Great Salt Lake. It just goes straight in like a toothpick. So if we get some big round crane mats and carry them around on the truck with us, those would definitely be helpful. I've been looking at a bunch of different kinds. They make wood ones, they make like these supposedly unbreakable plastic ones. So if any of you wrecker guys have any input on which paths work the best for heavy applications like this, keep in mind we have extensions for our outriggers, which have these giant claws on them, and I'm pretty sure those claws do great in the dirt because they keep it from sliding, but they don't. I don't think the pads are gonna love those spikes. So I got to determine whether or not we want. Well, no, we probably have the best of both worlds. Maybe. That's gonna start to go down, hopefully.
Probably need the excavator to give it another little oomph. See, we're like about an inch up.
Yeah.
We can push it down enough that we can maybe get some bolts in. Hey, do we have any bolts available? Oh. Pretty strong bolts. Will they work? Yes, of course they will.
See that? That was just with the down force of the boom, which is less than the up force too. So we also weren't at full throttle on the truck, and we also didn't have any excavator force on there. So once we're able to get everything out of the way, we're gonna do that again. I'm gonna put the excavator on top, and then we're gonna push down, and it should go right back into place. And then we're gonna build new side plates for it and not be an idiot next time.
And the plate is bent and there's no bolts on the top and the bottom, but farther back I can almost get the bolts in.
Well, it lines up enough to get a diagonal bolt in.
The crane is completely separate from this right here. They're all welded together, but this is just like a sheet metal platform that you can walk around on. The crane is built out of what, like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch steel. So what happened was, since they're both welded together and the crane lifted up, it pulled the sheet metal bed kind of apart. So we want the sheet metal bed to be back where it was, because obviously we want to be able to walk around and store stuff up there. So I think what we're gonna do is put the bucket back on the Sani, reach over from the side, and push this kind of back down to place.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. No, here we are. No, I get it. 8 feet. Everybody, I went 8 feet in the machine before Dave took it from me.
8 feet. I think you got maybe 4. Green machine here with the help of a Sandy excavator put itself back together again. So what's going to happen now is Hunter's going to design some new side plates out of thicker plate material. We're going to increase the size of the bolts that we're using to bolt it down to the frame, and we're going to weld it to the top of the frame. So because there's no reason to have bolts bolts along the top. And then from there, what's going to happen is we're going to start going through the electrical system so it doesn't leave us hanging like it did the other day. We're going to put a dual voltage alternator on there and isolate the battery systems so that we have a 12 volt system and then a 24 volt system for the starter, so we won't have issues there. Back here we're creating kind of like some outriggers, almost kind of at the same angle, like mini booms basically. They're going to go out, they're going to attach up here, and that's going to have like a guide, a fair lead, and a roller, like one of these on the end of it, so that'll be able to use that winch in any direction, because right now we're not able to use those winches in any direction because they just pull off of the winch drum. Hunter, make sure we use overly thick material.
Oh yeah.
Take common sense and then take a little bit out of it and then just build it for that.
Okay.
But so we're gonna have booms, little mini booms on both sides with these kind of swivel fair leads. We got new cable coming from Cumberland Sales Company. We're gonna find some outrigger pads like I was talking about earlier. New air hose, obviously. We gotta fix the pinwheel hitch. Maybe kind of reinforce under the bumper there if there's anywhere we need to gust it, right? Because there were some weird hollow spots.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make it uber beefy. We're gonna get the winches up and running. We're gonna build new kind of like skirt plates to cover everything up. Still trying to figure out what to do with on the paint job. Wayland lighting, emergency lighting, all that stuff's gonna be installed. The wrecker beacon bar up there is gonna get brought down 8 inches. Yeah, so we're gonna try to get it level atop the cab, and then we're gonna remove the old air conditioning unit, which isn't air conditioning, just basically a fan off the top, and then cut everything down to the height of the cab so that we're not constantly over height and over width, and well, over width we're always going to be, but this way we can haul it on our Craftsman trailer no problem. Kind of want to still build a headache rack for it and do dual stacks. But bumper, we're going to figure out something on the front bumper. They designed this front bumper originally to be able to push things, and it worked out great for that. It just looks dumb. Anyways, we'll come up with a new bumper design for it. New mattresses in the back, yeah. We're going to completely go through. I might do gator step on the interior, but over the next couple of days, you're going to see Hunter and Al working on getting that bed bolted back up the frame with bigger bolts and welds and that kind of stuff, because we've got a lot of recoveries to do. There's another one on the Great Salt Lake that we just got called on. We still have the other crane that's still sitting on the Great Salt Lake that we got to go get, that we got to wait for the weather to clear up on. And then we got some down south like Moab, Emery County. So there's a lot of stuff we got to do, and we need this truck for it. So I'm glad that it's not out of commission for too long, because that would have sucked. Hook the central tire inflation system back up. As you can see, we've desperately needed that. Airing these tires up and down.
And I'll start working on designing the new side plates with more bolt holes and bigger bolts and thicker metal.
Put me down.
This lever.
Hunter! You are so Florida man.
We're going to pull the tires off these 2 intermediate axles so that we have much better access to the new plates we need to build for the crane to the frame.
So if we can just make the existing holes bigger, increase the hardware size, then we're golden.
I think so.
That makes more sense. That now I don't feel as bad. I was actually surprised when it popped off, because these records are designed to lift some serious shit, and I just didn't feel like it was. There was a lot of other factors that played into it, you know, like the angle and the outrigger's not working, and I did boom out too far, but I still was surprised when it broke. So that makes more sense.
It'll be like 10 times stronger at the front here.
Sure. We got these in, so it's being held down, but we're also pulling a little bit to keep it down here.
Yeah, we got another 1/2 inch out of this binder and
Oh, really?
working the rams a little bit more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's on
Because
there now.
this is basically sitting on the frame again.
See what we're doing here. No, you ready? Okay, Hunter, did we make it on the first shot?
So far, pretty good. We need a notch. I don't know if we dimensioned that very well.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Because we missed a dimension in there.
Check in with my friend Hunter here. My old pet that they destroyed.
Hey, boys.
Hey there. How's it going? You get that plate on? Slapping this one on right now.
That's the main modification.
pretty.
We're also going to replace this plate. Okay. That'll be a lot simpler design. We can knock that later.
Finish replacing this one, replace that one, and then it'll be ready to go back out and finish the job.
We'll slap the tires back on and it'll be ready for another recovery.
That looks good, man.
Thank you.
I just got one item of concern. I mean, I wasn't there.
What's that?
I wasn't there, but I did happen to see what happened. I mean, my problem's not there or there so much, but right there.
Oh, you want your little loop back on, huh?
Yeah. Because what did we have hooked to the loop, Hunter?
Rotator rope.
Exactly. And so if I want to be able to hook up my yanking rope to the eyelet, I need an eyelet. This rope, this is gold. You want to touch gold? That is
You have to bite it just to make sure.
Yeah, you do. You have to bite it here.
All right, well,
Right into that.
for Alan.
That's for Alan. Go ahead, Al.
What
It's
carat's
all
gold?
It's all gold. On our recoveries, there's nothing more valuable than this rope. You know it. I know it. And guess what? It's a limited quantity, just like we told you already. If you want one, they're selling like hotcakes. You got to go to the link below, or you can even visit this website right here and get your hands on the Brodozer rope made by the Yankin Boys. You want one because then you can recover anyone anytime you want. So what I'm asking, Hunter, can you build me a small box to stash my gold in?
I can build you anything you need.
That's what I'm talking about. Once the box is in, the eyelet's back on, you guys finish your plates, we're ready to roll.
We're ready to yank again.
That's what I'm talking about. I like his attitude. All right, there you have it. Once they get the plates back on, fix the eyelet, make a nice home for my Brodozer yanking rope, we can slap the tires and wheels back on the head, get it back out to the lake bed, and save that crane. If you want to stay tuned for the next episode, because it's going to be a doozy.